Hey everyone, Reika here. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. I did post recently my Motonami single review for Ment, and I apologize that I haven't gotten any other reviews up like I've wanted to in the last few weeks. A lot of unexpected things happened. So the first one was, number one, I've been working lots of overtime hours at my office so that I could make overtime pay and just have extra money coming in to just kind of help us out. Two, about a week and a half ago, I found out that I had these weird spots show up on my back, and I found out that I had shingles. And regardless, I was pretty upset and terrified and just really distressed about it. And thankfully, though, I caught it soon enough that the shingles didn't get too terrible or bad by any means. I mean, I did get several more spots and they hurt really bad because it did get into my nerves quite a bit. But thankfully, I was able to make it through it by catching it in time. So if you guys see something weird on you, please go check it out. I'm not quite sure why I got it. They said it can be really due from any kind of stress, and I did have chickenpox as a kid, but regardless, thankfully, like for the most part, like all the nerve pain has mostly gone except for just this spot on my back, and it is healing for the most part. So I am doing okay there. But then the same exact week that I found out that I had shingles, on Friday night, I was getting ready to leave work, and we literally had the most snowfall we have had this entire season so far. Like, it was ridiculous, literally like a foot of snow. And I left work and my truck was covered in snow. And I went out to go clean it, and of course, the one day that it snows the most and was like, what? I think it was like 17 degrees when I left. I didn't bring my gloves. And so I was freezing, and I'm sure you guys know this, but like your like jewelry and things like that, especially if you wear rings, like your fingers get smaller and things like that. And so I was cleaning the snow off of the truck, and when I got back into the truck after cleaning it, I was trying to warm my hands up, so I was going like this, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. And I looked down at my hands, and my wedding bands were not on my fingers, and I literally went into panic mode. And of course, out of all the rings, I have this one ring that I always wear on my right hand, and that one just comes off my fingers when I brush my hair, so that one comes off really easy. But then of course, and the worst time possible, these rings had to come off. And this is not my actual wedding band right here, guys. This is just a fake little $10 like zirconia ring that I have. So it's a past, present, future setting, like you can see. But yeah, so it fell off in like a foot of snow somewhere around the truck. And so I called one of my coworkers who was leaving the parking lot, and she immediately came back. She was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna help you look. I'm gonna help you look. And so she came out and started helping me look. I saw the maintenance guy outside and asked him if he had a flashlight because it was pretty dark out. And so he came over and started helping me look. And then one of the other managers came out to look and help me. And then like 2 or 3 more people. So we're literally out there in this parking lot, like snowing. It's freezing cold. I have shingles. I'm even more stressed out now. And looking through all of this snow, and I'm like bawling my eyes out at the same time. And then of course I have to call my husband to tell him what's happened. So I called my husband, and of course he'd been in traffic for like 2 hours because of Christmas traffic, just trying to get home from work, and he had just pulled in at our house when I called him. And I'm like, so you're not gonna believe this, but I lost my rings, la-di-da. He was not very happy. And so he came over to the parking lot to try to help us find it, as well as my brother-in-law. And so all these people are really helping me out and trying to look for it. And so then my coworker calls around to see if, well, maybe if we find it, get a metal detector. So we call around. Nobody has a metal detector, of course. I don't know many people who would, but we found one at a store nearby. And so my husband went there, but they were selling them for like $140. But because of the situation and just how my husband is, he talked them down to like $70 for the whole thing, plus like 2 extra batteries. And so he came back with the metal detector, and we were able to find like part of a broken chain and like the metal parts that are in the asphalt, but we could not for the life of us find my rings anywhere. And so like literally it was my engagement ring, which looks pretty much just like this, and then it's just a little band that had diamonds in it too. And so needless to say, that was how my Friday night ended and that week in general. And I literally could not take it. Like, I was at my wit's end and just like, okay, just when I think things can't get worse, they managed to get worse. It's like, Merry Christmas to me. My body hates me and you're going to lose something very, very valuable and expensive. And I know that I shouldn't be so attached to a material thing. I think it's just because I'm a girl, and in my head I'm like, but that's the ring he proposed to me with, and that's, you know, the ring he handed me when we actually like got married. And so it's a very sentimental thing. So regardless, for now, I've just got this little ring here, which, I mean, it gets the message across. It's not really about the diamonds, but we're gonna wait until the spring, hopefully, and all the people at my office and the entire building, they all know about the situation, so all of them are looking for it, even inside the building, wherever they go. All week I've had people come up over to me and, oh my gosh, I heard about what happened. We're gonna keep our eye out for you, which is super sweet and nice of everybody. The maintenance guy, he's the one who actually takes care of all the melted snow when it starts melting in the spring and the summer. So he told me he's going to actually start going through all of that as soon as he can, and he's going to keep an eye out for me. So we're kind of hoping in the spring it'll magically show up, but I'm not really going to get my hopes high on that because I've just accepted the fact that it's gone. So we do plan on getting me another one later on when we can have money for that. But yeah, so that was how my awesome week went. And so literally I've just been in too much pain and just distressed to want to film anything. So that was why I haven't posted anything. So just as an update for you guys, but I am doing okay health-wise. I'm much better, and I am okay with the fact that I'm not okay with that I lost my rings, because I feel really stupid because I've never had them just come off my finger like that, but my hands were so numb that I literally couldn't feel anything. I remember I went like this several times because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cold out here. And yeah, so long story short, they are gone, and probably forever, because most of the time when you lose a ring, you just can't find it. And we checked inside the truck and around the truck like 7 different times. We checked the hood and those little vents that are in the front right below the windshield wipers. Still couldn't find anything. So yeah, maybe if we just keep trying, it'll show up, but I'm not gonna keep my hopes up too high for that. Anyways, after that Friday night, on Saturday, my boss wanted to thank me and the other leads in our building for everything that we've done for the whole year. So she actually took us out to dinner and went to this like painting thing. I think it's like a thing that's starting to come up because my family back home did it. And so like you go to this place and you have a picture that you're supposed to paint, and like people can bring drinks in and stuff like that, and you just paint with your friends. And so we did it, and we picked this painting where it's like an animal with a silhouette and the aurora borealis behind it. And okay guys, I have never really painted in my life. Like, I draw, but drawing and painting are two completely different things. So needless to say, I was very surprised and happy that mine came out as good as it did. Of course though, it's a matter of, you have literally the instructor standing up there and she's telling you, okay, the first step, we're gonna do this one. And then I'm like, okay, well, I got this. Of course, I'm left-handed and everybody else in there was right-handed. So she's like, okay, so you're just gonna go across the canvas like this. And then I'm over here like, with my left hand at a weird angle, and then everybody just started laughing at me, which was awesome. But you know, regardless, I was going to show you guys my painting. So here it is. I thought it was super fun. So yes, there's a moose. So okay, this, don't worry, I did not freehand this moose. If it was a drawing, I probably could have. Painting, Lord no, I wouldn't be able to do that. So they actually had stencils that you could do. So you could do either a moose, an elk, a deer, a bear, or a wolf. And I wanted to do the moose because I love moose, and I just think that they're so like powerful and epic looking. I love elk though too. So, but I decided to do the moose, and so we like stenciled it, and then we had to like outline it with our paintbrush and slowly fill it in as we went. But yeah, this whole green, it's like the aurora borealis behind it. And so we did like this whole blue thing first, and then we did this. But the best part about this painting is that it's glow in the dark. So we went back and you add like glow in the dark paint on top of this. So at night, which my husband was super excited about because I came home and I was like, oh my gosh, you have to look at this. I'm so excited. And I like shut all the lights off. This whole thing glows. And so you can see the silhouette of the moose, and it is awesome. And I love it. And then I'm a nerd, and I went back and I, before we finished the painting, and I added some of the glow-in-the-dark paint to the stars up here so that the stars glow too. But I was very, very happy and pleased, to be honest, with how my trees came out, because I was really, really worried about them. They didn't look very good to me at first, and I was like, I'm really concerned right now that this is not going to come out very good. But it came out really, really well, and like we turned the canvas upside down like this to do like the grass and everything like that. So like, yeah, there's the moose and there's my awesome trees, if you can see that. So yeah, it came out very, very well, so I was very, very pleased with it. So if you have anything like this in your town, guys, you should totally go do this because it's really fun. And I even got a punch card, so if I do, I believe it's, yeah, 5 more paintings, which, you know, it's only like 37 a person. Lord knows I'm gonna spend that much money, but by the 6th time you get to do it for free. So I came home, when I showed my husband, he was saying to me, he's like, oh, I'll totally go paint with you, which kind of confused me, but you know, it was super fun though, and I really had a good time, and I was very happy. So now I just got to figure out somewhere that I'm gonna actually hang that up at. So I guess we'll see where I figure out that belongs. Also, so it is Christmas time, everyone, or holidays, whatever you want to call it or say, and I just kind of wanted to share with you guys what my Christmas wish list is. So I was planning on doing some other like fun Christmas videos and such, and so around like J-pop and everything like that, but obviously my plans kind of went down the drain with everything that happened. So this is the best I'm going to have for right now. So hopefully next year I'll be able to do something a lot better and have things more planned out. So let's just go ahead and get started. My Christmas wish list, probably the first thing I have on there is the newest Tomb Raider game, Tomb Raider Rises. Guys, I am a huge Tomb Raider fan. I used to play the original PS1 games when they came out, and even before that I was actually reading the comic books and everything like that, and she used to be like my role model. Like as a child, like I wanted to be confident and strong and powerful just like Lara Croft, and so I have always just adored her as a character. Not a huge fan of the movies that came out, but I love the new video games that they have released, like that newest one, just Tomb Raider, that they did for the PS3. That was such an incredible game, and the storyline, of course, it was like a Japanese ancient themed type of story, which I absolutely adored and loved. So I'm really excited. I know Tomb Raider Rises has been out since last year, I believe, but I'm really excited either way just to be able to play it. So I put that as like the top thing on my Christmas wish list, because my husband and I aren't really doing gifts for each other this year, because as an early Christmas present to ourselves, we went ahead and got a PlayStation 4. So that's kind of our present. I've got him like a few small things, but so that's the first thing on there. Then I want Final Fantasy Type HD or Type 0. I don't remember what it was called. Probably not Type HD. I don't know why I'm saying that. But I want that one just because I don't really know anything about it. I really haven't researched much on it, but I don't know. It seems like it might be an okay game, so I figured I'd try that. I actually already got my Final Fantasy 15 for my birthday, so I'm not worried about that. I'm also asking for the Final Fantasy 15 official strategy guide. I'm one of those people that when I first get a new game, I will always play through it first without anything, because I just want to try to explore, figure some things out for myself, and just kind of figure out the mechanics of it, the storyline, all of that through my first playthrough. The second time that I play the game, that's when I want to literally try to achieve every single trophy, because I'm OCD like that and a perfectionist, and I want to like make sure I've seen every single video clip, done every single side quest or activity and things like that. So that's just kind of how I am, so that's why I wanted to add that on my list as well. And then of course I have any possible J-pop, whether it's Kodokumi, Namie-Moto, Yumi Hamasaki, Utada Hikaru, things like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any of those, because those are a little bit more on the expensive side. Obviously, the Tomb Raider game's expensive as well, but I put the games and stuff as more of being on the top of my list, just because I've gotten a lot of J-pop recently, so I don't like have to have any of it. So we'll just kind of see, I guess, what I get from there. I also want to get the Sailor Moon Crystal Blu-ray set. I'll do a whole separate video about my thoughts between PGSM and the Crystal versions, because there's a lot of obviously there's a group of people that like hates Crystal, loves PGSM, and then there's a group that like loves PGSM, or sorry, hates PGSM but loves Crystal, and then there's people that are just kind of in the middle. And I'm kind of one of those people that's in the middle. Like, obviously PGSM is always going to be a treasure to my heart because that's what I grew up with. Crystal, I have my own opinion of, just because it's a long story. So I'll go into that in another video sometime for you guys to let you know about all my Sailor Moon stuff. So regardless, so that is my Christmas wish list. If you guys know what you want for Christmas, go ahead and put that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys are wanting to have for Christmas. I actually right now in my living room downstairs, I have a bunny rabbit that I'm taking care of for one of my friends. And I've never actually watched a rabbit just up close, and so I have literally spent like an hour just sitting here like this and staring at a rabbit, and I gave it a carrot just so I could watch it eat. And she's just really funny. She only lets me pet her because she has like this little tunnel in her cage, and she only lets me pet her if she's like half in, half out of it. And then I touched her little cottontail because I just couldn't resist. It was so cute. But I don't want a bunny at all. I'd rather have a dog or a cat or something, because I don't know, bunnies are in the same category as like hamsters and guinea pigs for me, and I just don't really care for it. So even though my husband and I aren't really doing presents for each other this year, we literally have like, I only have a 3-foot tall Christmas tree, and there's like all these presents that his family brought down at Thanksgiving for us, and then we just got a package in the mail the other day from his aunt that has a ton of presents already wrapped in there. And then today I'm getting in the mail another huge box full of presents from my family back home. And so if I literally stacked all our presents on top of each other, they would be way taller than my little tree. So as you guys can see in the picture, yeah, that's my tree. Anyways, I just wanted to say to you guys, thank you all so much for watching, and for those of you that are subscribed to my channel, I really do appreciate it. It's really nice for me to be able to just share my passion and my love for J-pop and just other things in general, and find other people that have those same exact hobbies or just things that they like. So I really appreciate you guys and your comments and your views and things like that. And please, you guys, if you have recommendations or things that you really want to see me review, please make sure you put that in the comments below so that I can know that, because I definitely love to get that around to it, and I'll add that to my list of things that I need to review next. Also, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season's greetings, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you believe in. You know, I hope you have a great holiday season, and that you guys are all safe and you stay warm, have a good time with your family, and just celebrate and have some time off work to relax. I have like pretty much a 5-day weekend, so I am so happy and excited, and I am just so glad to have some time away. And today is actually my husband's birthday, so we're gonna go out to dinner tonight to celebrate that, and he's got some birthday presents, and I'm making him delicious Ghirardelli brownies today. So that's my job while I am home off of work. So again, happy holidays, guys. I hope you have a great one, and I will be sure to post another video as soon as I can, and we will talk about New Year's resolutions and maybe have some new things, and I can show you guys what I got for Christmas afterwards. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.